We wrap up our look at the Panthers defense, talking about the guys on the back end, Kurt Coleman and that safety crew. They have a tough job. They have to fill some big shoes.
Kurt Coleman, though, that's a great place to start with the safety group. Roman Harper, not with his team anymore, certainly provided leadership, was a solid guy back there at all times. Kurt Coleman was a first-year guy last year for the Panthers, but a veteran nonetheless, who had some starting experience, but he really wrestled that starting position away from Trey Boston in the preseason last year, left the Panthers no choice, so to speak, about putting him out there, and put up some amazing numbers. 7 interceptions. Added a couple more interceptions in the postseason, just did everything well, and now he's thrust into the role of leader, and I think he's ready for that.
Well, speaking of being ready, Max, Trey Boston stepping in now. Now it's his position.
Yeah, he's a guy who's been waiting in the wings for a long time, and we've seen Trey get some opportunities throughout the past couple of years. Roman Harper would come out of the game, we'd see Trey Boston go in, and look, this guy made plays. Every time he was out there, Trey was a guy who was able to get his hands on the ball, make some plays, so we know he has that kind of ability. Can he have the consistent effort that this coaching staff is going to hope to see out of him week in and week out? Of course, this starting job is his in his mind. He's gone out all throughout OTAs and minicamp to prove that. He's going to go into training camp with that mindset. Kurt Coleman's a good guy to be playing alongside. Trey Boston's time is now. We'll see if he can take advantage of it.
Well, Brian, talk about one other guy, because we know that there's enough positions that there are going to be some guys who have to contribute. What about Dean Marlowe? The coaches seem really high on him.
I mean, Dean Marlowe, an undrafted rookie last year that earned a spot on the roster, got a little bit of time last year on special teams, but it just tells you what the team thought about him, that they always left him on the 53-man roster as opposed to the practice squad. Wanted to protect him, wanted to give him a season, kind of a redshirt season to grow throughout practice, and he certainly did that. And then we saw a strong offseason for him this year, and they think he'll be in a position to contribute come game day this year.
Well, Colin Jones contributes as a player, got some reps in the starting lineup, but also on special teams. He is one of your go-to guys, isn't he?
Yeah, one of those special teams aces that we hear that phrase used quite a bit. Such great speed. That's been an asset for him ever since he's came to Carolina. He's been having that role on special teams, and he's a guy who plays a variety of positions in that secondary. We've seen him at safety. We've seen him at that Buffalo nickel position. So Colin's a guy who's well-versed in this defense, knows the ins and outs of it, and we'll see if he plays a role in it once again.
Well, that wraps up our preview on the entire Panthers defense. Next up on Panthers.com, we'll take a look at the specialists.